What's up, North America? Welcome to Progression, where we show you how to break down techniques into individual steps. My name is Chris, aka Chaos from New England Parkour. I'm coming to you today from San Francisco, and today I'm going to show you how to vault out of the side of this parking garage, grab that tree branch on the way down to lessen the impact of the landing. And remember, this is just one technique, one way to work up to it. There are many ways to do it. For safety reasons, it's always important to check the area, check the integrity of all the obstacles that you're going to be using. First thing I noticed is that this floor of the parking garage is pretty dirty. It doesn't seem that bad. There's some weeds in my takeoff zone, so I want to get those out of the way. Next thing I noticed is that the point where I'm vaulting is very dusty. That's better. There's something I wanted to point out here. The integrity of this branch is probably the most important part of this whole technique. Although it's strong enough for what I'm doing, the branch is not all that strong. So if you break this branch, not only are we done here for the day, but you've ruined it for anybody else who wants to come here. A moment ago, I had a thought of just jumping straight over the ledge to the branch, and I realized that that would be too much downward force on it, and it makes a lot more sense to disperse the energy with the vault, then go to the branch. Now that I've made sure everything's safe, the first step I'm going to take is warming up to my first obstacle, which is vaulting this ledge. So the first thing I'm going to do is just come up to it, do half of a vault, get comfortable with it. This also gives you a nice sight of what the whole thing's going to look like in the end. The next step is to get up on top of it. Make sure you can vault up on top and stay there. And once you get it down, add a little bit more speed each time, so you can jump from further away and still stick it at this point. Alright, that feels pretty good. The next thing we're going to do from this position is go to the branch. So we'll just start here and lean in and swing to the branch. This is getting me comfortable with my hand position on the branch and the whole motion of swinging and then landing. Once we're comfortable doing both of the major parts of this technique, vaulting up to this ledge and then swinging on the branch, we can start to combine them. So what I'm going to do now is jog up to the vault, land here, pause for a moment, and then swing. And eventually what we're going to do is decrease that pause until it's eliminated and it's just a vault to swing. So this time, I'm going to pause a little less. You'll notice that once I land here, I allow my body to lean forward the whole time. So this next time, I'm going to do the same thing, but instead of planting my feet, I'm going to just try and tap them. Once you've gone through this a couple times with just tapping your feet lightly, you're probably ready to go through without touching it at all. The next step is to add more speed or power into your jump and go through the whole thing without touching the ledge. So we're going to try that now. This is actually a fairly short distance, although it may look pretty scary when you're first trying it. It's pretty short. So you got to be careful not to add too much power in your jump or your push off the ledge. Much better.
Alright, that's it for this episode of Progression. Just remember, always build up your techniques slow and steady. It's safer, and in the long run, it'll give you a greater skill level. I'm out of here. Peace. What up to my New Englanders? Grandmaster Cash, Mr. John, Kento, what up?